Hi, everybody. I'm Jay Privman, the national correspondent with Daily Racing Form, joined every week by Mike Watchmaker. He's the national handicapper with Daily Racing Form. We put together the Derby Watch Top 20, and last week, Mike, a big race on the road to the Derby. It was the Fountain of Youth Stakes. 4 horses on our current Top 20 were in that race. They were the first 4 finishers. The race was won by Code of Honor. What were your thoughts on his performance?
I thought Code of Honor, Jay, won the most important prep race we've seen for the Derby this year so far. But before anyone gets too excited about Code of Honor, I think it's important to understand why he won that race. I mean, the race set up absolutely ideally for him. There was an insane, unsustainable early pace that did not hold up. And Code of Honor, being a closer who got first run on the other main closer in the race, was able to get the job done. It was an important step forward for this horse, but I think if they ran this race 3 weeks from now and the character of the race was a little different, especially in the early stages, you could very well see a different result.
Now in this race, Bourbon War ran on for second, Vekoma was third, and Hidden Scroll fourth. Let's just talk, as you were alluding to, about the pace of this race. It certainly helped Bourbon War. I thought Vekoma ran okay. It was his first race in 4 months. To me, he sort of finished the race off evenly. And as much as the race shape helped the top 2 finishers, it was detrimental to Hidden Scroll.
It was very detrimental to Hidden Scroll. He went out there and set an absurd, insane early pace. The tactics were ridiculous, and it's no surprise that he'll have a different rider next time. He set a pace that was historic from out of the 16th races at Gulfstream. You know, I'll tell you, even though we lost and even though we tailed off 15 points in terms of buyer figures off his dazzling debut, actually his 4th place finish is convinced me more than his debut that he's going to be a very serious horse down the road, because he didn't have to get involved early the way he did. I mean, it was just silly. And I thought that he proved he was indeed the real deal. As for Vekoma, I thought he ran good. I mean, it was his first race in 4 months. It was his first attempt around 2 turns. He only had 2 prior starts last fall. I think it's a race that he's got every right to improve on, and I expect if he doesn't show improvement next time, that is something to be concerned about, but I expect him to improve. And as for Bourbon War, it was another step forward for him, too. I mean, he was perfectly set up by the pace. He was much further back early than Code of Honor was, and that cost him in the late stages, but he was definitely getting to Code of Honor late. No question about it. I mean, the margin was a diminishing 3/4 of a length.
So that was the Fountain of Youth Stakes from last week. One other race we want to talk about. It wasn't a stake race, but it looks like it may be an important one. It was an allowance race at Santa Anita in which Roadster returned from a lengthy layoff to win. He has been added to our Derby Watch Top 20, and he beat Nolo Contesto, who finished a distant second in the race. Mike, I thought Roadster looked maybe even better than ever in this first start at 3. What did you think?
I thought Roadster was very good, and this was better than your average entry-level allowance race because of the horse who ran second, the well-regarded Nolo Contesto. Nolo Contesto was no match for him for Roadster on this day. I know that in your Derby Watch comment, you thought that maybe he didn't have the best trip. Maybe that's true, but I thought Roadster was really, really good. This is a horse who, after all, was heavily favored over Game Winner last summer in the stake race. And so he has every license to be a serious player going forward.
Yeah, that was in last summer's Del Mar Futurity. Game Winner won it, went on to win the American Pharaoh and the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, and with it, an Eclipse Award. And speaking of Game Winner, he's going to be a topic for us in our Derby Watch preview, which you can find here at DRF.com. For Mike Watchmaker, I'm Jay Privman. Thanks for watching.